Sa isang relasyon, normal lang ang makaramdam ng konting selos o pagiging protective sa taong mahal mo. Bahagi ito ng care at emotional connection. Pero paano kung ang simpleng selos ay nagiging possessiveness, yung gusto mong kontrolin ang oras, galaw, o kahit pakikipag-usap ng partner mo? In a relationship, it's normal to feel a little jealousy or protectiveness towards someone you love. It's part of care and emotional connection. But what if that simple jealousy turns into possessiveness, where you start wanting to control your partner's time, actions, or even who they talk to? Minsan, hindi natin namamalayan na ang pagiging possessive ay hindi na healthy. Sa halip na mapalapit tayo sa partner natin, nagiging sanhi pa ito ng tension, arguments, at emotional distance sa relasyon. Sometimes we don't realize that possessiveness is no longer healthy. Instead of bringing us closer to our partner, it can create tension, arguments, and emotional distance in the relationship. Ang totoo, ang pagiging possessive ay kadalasang nagmumula sa takot na mawala ang mahal mo, takot na mapalitan, o takot na hindi ka sapat. At kapag hindi ito nakontrol, maaari nitong masira ang tiwala at foundation ng relasyon. The truth is, possessiveness often comes from fear, the fear of losing someone, being replaced, or not being enough. And if it's not controlled, it can damage the trust and foundation of a relationship. Mahalagang maintindihan na ang tunay na pagmamahal ay hindi tungkol sa pagkontrol. Ito'y tungkol sa tiwala, respeto, at freedom na pinipili niyong ibigay sa isa't isa. It's important to understand that true love is not about control. It's about trust, respect, and the freedom you both choose to give each other. Sa video na ito, pag-uusapan natin kung paano mo makokontrol ang pagiging possessive sa love, hindi para mawala ang care mo, kundi para maging mas healthy, secure, at stable ang relationship mo. In this video, we'll talk about how to control possessiveness in love, not to remove your care, but to make your relationship healthier, more secure, and more stable. Kung gusto mong maging mas mature sa love at maiwasan ang toxic patterns, siguraduhing panoorin mo ito hanggang sa dulo. If you want to become more mature in love and avoid toxic patterns, make sure to watch until the end. Number 1. Identify the root cause. Alamin ang pinanggagalingan ng possessiveness. Ang unang hakbang para makontrol ang pagiging possessive ay ang pag-intindi kung saan ito nanggagaling. Hindi ito basta lumalabas. May dahilan kung bakit mo ito nararamdaman. The first step to controlling possessiveness is understanding where it comes from. It doesn't just appear randomly. There's always a reason behind it. Kadalasan ang pagiging possessive ay galing sa insecurity, pakiramdam mo hindi ka sapat. Fear of losing your partner, takot na iwan ka. Past experiences, panloloko, betrayal, o sakit sa nakaraan. Possessiveness often comes from insecurity, feeling not good enough. Fear of losing your partner. Past experiences, cheating, betrayal, or past hurt. Example, kapag lagi mong chine-check ang phone ng partner mo, hindi lang ito dahil curious ka, maaaring may fear ka na may tinatago siya o may mangyayaring masama. When you constantly check your partner's phone, it's not just curiosity. It may come from fear that something is wrong or hidden. Kapag na-identify mo ang root cause, mas madali mong makontrol ang reaction mo. Hindi mo na kailangang i-project yung fear mo sa partner mo. When you identify the root cause, it becomes easier to control your reactions. You no longer need to project your fears onto your partner. Reality check. Hindi lahat ng nararamdaman mo ay reality. Minsan, ito ay epekto lang ng past experiences or insecurities. Not everything you feel is reality. Sometimes it's just the result of past experiences or insecurities. Number 2. Build self-confidence. Palakasin ang self-worth. Isa sa pangunahing dahilan ng pagiging possessive ay mababang self-confidence. Kapag pakiramdam mo hindi ka sapat, mas nagiging takot kang mawala ang partner mo, kaya gusto mo siyang kontrolin. One of the main reasons for possessiveness is low self-confidence. When you feel like you're not enough, you become more afraid of losing your partner, so you try to control them. Kapag mataas ang self-worth mo, hindi mo kailangang bantayan o higpitan ang partner mo. Alam mo sa sarili mo na kahit anong mangyari, may value ka at hindi ka basta mapapalitan. When your self-worth is strong, you don't feel the need to monitor or restrict your partner. You know that no matter what happens, you have value and cannot be easily replaced. Example, sa halip na isipin, baka may mas better sa akin. Try to think, enough ako. Kung mahal niya ako, pipiliin niya ako. Instead of thinking, maybe someone is better than me, think, I am enough. If they love me, they will choose me. Simulan mong i-focus ang energy mo sa sarili mo. Mag-improve ng skills, magkaroon ng hobbies, Ayusin ang mindset mo. Start focusing your energy on yourself. Improve your skills. Develop hobbies. Affix your mindset. Reality check. Hindi mo kailangang kontrolin ang partner mo para manatili siya. Ang taong tunay na nagmamahal ay pipili sa'yo kahit may freedom siya umalis. Number 3. Control overthinking. Kontrolin ang pag-overthink. Isa sa pinakamalaking dahilan ng pagiging possessive ay ang overthinking. Minsan, hindi naman talaga nangyayari ang kinatatakutan mo pero dahil sa dami ng iniisip mo, nagiging totoo ito sa isip mo. One of the biggest causes of possessiveness is overthinking. Sometimes, what you fear isn't actually happening, but because you think about it too much, it feels real. Kadalasan nagsisimula ito sa simpleng bagay. Late mag-reply ang partner mo, may nakausap siyang ibang tao, busy siya sa ibang bagay, then biglang iisip ka ng worst-case scenarios. It often starts with small things. Your partner replies late. They talk to someone else. They're busy with something. Then your mind creates worst-case scenarios. Example, bakit hindi siya nagre-reply? Baka may kausap siyang iba. Why isn't she replying? Maybe they're talking to someone else. Sa ganitong sitwasyon, ang imagination mo ang nagko-control ng emotions mo, hindi ang reality. In this situation, your imagination controls your emotions, not reality. What to do? Itanungin ang sarili, may proof ba or assumption lang? I-delay ang reaction mo? Huminga at mag-isip bago mag-react. Ask yourself, is there proof or is this just an assumption? Delay your reaction. Breathe and think before reacting. Reality check. Hindi lahat ng iniisip mo ay totoo. Minsan, ang overthinking ang gumagawa ng problem na wala naman talaga. Number 4, learn to trust, matutong magtiwala. Isa sa pinakamahalagang paraan para makontrol ang pagiging possessive ay ang pagbuo ng tiwala. Kung walang trust kahit anong gawin ng partner mo, laging may duda. One of the most important ways to control possessiveness is learning to trust. Without trust, no matter what your partner does, you will always have doubts. Ang pagiging possessive ay kadalasang nagmumula sa mindset na kailangan kong bantayan para hindi mawala. Pero ang totoo, mas lalo mong tinutulak palayo ang partner mo kapag kinokontrol mo siya. Possessiveness often comes from the mindset. I need to monitor them so I don't lose them. But the truth is, the more you try to control someone, the more you push them away. Example, sino yun? Bakit ka nakikipag-usap sa kanya? I-check ko nga phone mo. Instead, I trust you pero sabihin mo lang sa akin kung may kailangan akong malaman. Instead of controlling, choose communication and trust. Kapag may trust, may peace of mind. Hindi mo kailangang mag-overthink or magbantay palagi. When there is trust, there is peace of mind. You don't feel the need to constantly monitor or overthink. Reality check. Ang tunay na pagmamahal ay may kasamang freedom at tiwala. Kung kailangan mong kontrolin ang partner mo para manatili siya, hindi yun healthy love. Number 5. Set healthy boundaries. Mag-set ng healthy boundaries. Mahalaga ang boundaries para makontrol ang pagiging possessive. Hindi ibig sabihin ng pagmamahal ay wala ng limits. Kailangan pa rin ng respect at personal space ang bawat isa. Setting healthy boundaries is important to control possessiveness. Love doesn't mean having no limits. Both partners still need respect and personal space. Maraming nagiging possessive dahil iniisip nila na dapat sa akin lang siya. Pero sa reality, ang healthy relationship ay may individuality pa rin ang bawat tao. Many people become possessive because they think they should belong only to me. But in reality, a healthy relationship still allows individuality. Example, okay lang may sariling friends ang partner mo, okay lang may personal time siya, okay lang may sariling hobbies siya. It's okay for your partner to have their own friends, have personal time, I have their own hobbies. Ang boundaries ay hindi para ilimit ang love, ito ay para protektahan ang respect at balance sa relasyon. Boundaries are not there to limit love. They are there to protect respect and balance in the relationship. Reality check. Ang taong mahal ka ay hindi mo kailangang ikulong. Ang tunay na love ay nagbibigay ng space, trust at freedom, hindi control. Number 6. Stop controlling behavior. Iwasan ang pagkontrol. Kung gusto mong mabawasan ang pagiging possessive, kailangan mong itigil ang mga controlling actions. Kahit mahal mo ang isang tao, hindi mo sila pag-aari, may sarili silang buhay, desisyon at kalayaan. If you want to reduce possessiveness, you need to stop controlling behaviors. No matter how much you love someone, You don't own them. They have their own life, choices, and freedom. Examples ng controlling behavior. O pagbabawal kung sino ang pwede niyang kausapin, o pagdidikta kung saan siya pupunta, sa pag-check ng phone ng walang consent, paghingi ng constant updates every minute. Examples of controlling behavior. Telling them who they can talk to, controlling where they go, by checking their phone without consent, demanding constant updates. Sa simula, maaaring pakiramdam mo ginagawa mo ito dahil nag-aalala ka lang. Pero sa totoo lang, ito ay nagdudulot ng pressure at pagkawala ng trust sa relasyon. At first, you may feel like you're doing it because you care, but in reality, it creates pressure and loss of trust in the relationship. Better approach. Just magtiwala kaysa magbantay, makipag-usap kaysa magkontrol. Just magtanong ng maayos kaysa mag-accuse. Choose. A trust over control, communication over restriction. The calm questions over accusations. Reality check. Ang control ay hindi pagmamahal, ito ay takot. At ang takot na ito ang maaaring sumira sa relasyon kung hindi mo ito maayos. Number 7. Improve communication. Ayusin ang pakikipag-usap. Isa sa pinaka-epektibong paraan para makontrol ang pagiging possessive ay ang maayos at healthy na communication. Imbes na kontrolin ang partner mo, mas mabuting ipahayag mo ng maayos ang nararamdaman mo. One of the most effective ways to control possessiveness is through healthy communication. Instead of controlling your partner, it's better to express your feelings clearly and calmly. Kadalasan, ang pagiging possessive ay lumalabas dahil hindi nasasabi ng maayos ang emotions. Kaya ang nangyayari, nagiging controlling or aggressive ang approach. Often possessiveness comes out when emotions are not expressed properly. That's why the approach becomes controlling or aggressive. Example, a controlling approach. Bakit ka nakikipag-usap sa kanya? Tumigil ka nga! Healthy communication. Hindi ako comfortable sa situation na to. Pwede ba nating pag-usapan? Instead of, why are you talking to them? Stop it. Try. I feel uncomfortable about this. Can we talk about it? Sa ganitong paraan, hindi mo ina-attack ang partner mo. Ipinapakita mo lang kung ano ang nararamdaman mo habang nire-respeto pa rin siya. In this way, you are not attacking your partner. You are simply expressing your feelings while still respecting them. Reality check. Ang healthy relationship ay hindi tungkol sa kung sino ang may control. Ito ay tungkol sa pagkakaintindihan at open communication. Number 8. Accept what you can't control. Tanggapin ang hindi mo kayang kontrolin. Isa sa pinakamahirap pero pinakamahalagang hakbang ay ang pagtanggap na hindi mo kayang kontrolin ang lahat, lalo na ang isang tao. One of the hardest but most important steps is accepting that you cannot control everything, especially another person. Hindi mo kayang kontrolin ang feelings ng partner mo, ang decisions niya, ang actions niya kapag wala ka. You cannot control your partner's feelings, their decisions, their actions when you're not around. At kahit anong gawin mo, kahit magbantay ka, mag-check, o magkontrol, kung gusto ng isang tao na gumawa ng mali, gagawin niya pa rin yun. No matter what you do, monitoring, checking, or controlling, if someone wants to do something wrong, they will still do it. Example, kahit lagi mong chine-check ang phone niya, hindi nito ginagarantiya na magiging loyal siya. Even if you constantly check their phone, it doesn't guarantee loyalty. Ang tunay na peace of mind ay nanggagaling sa acceptance at trust, hindi sa control. Real peace of mind comes from acceptance and trust, not control. A mindset shift. Hahayaan kong piliin niya ako, hindi ko siya pipilitin manatili. I will let them choose me, I won't force them to stay. A reality check. Ang tunay na pagmamahal ay pinipili, hindi pinipilit. Kapag kailangan mong kontrolin ang isang tao para manatili siya, hindi yun healthy love. Number 9. Heal past wounds. I heal ang nakaraan. Minsan, ang pagiging possessive ay hindi lang galing sa kasalukuyan, nagmumula rin ito sa past experiences or trauma, tulad ng betrayal, heartbreak, o pagiging inabando na dati. Sometimes possessiveness doesn't just come from the present. It stems from past experiences or trauma, like betrayal, heartbreak, or abandonment. Kapag hindi pa nahil ang past wounds, madali kang maging insecure at takot na mawala ang partner mo. Kaya lumalabas ang possessive tendencies kahit wala namang dahilan sa reality. If past wounds haven't healed, you become insecure and afraid of losing your partner. That's why possessive tendencies show up even when there's no real reason. Example, past boyfriend cheated, ngayon overprotective sa partner. nakaranas ng rejection, madaling majealous kahit maliit na bagay. What to do? I reflect on your past experiences and recognize patterns that trigger possessiveness. I consider journaling or therapy if needed. A reality check? Hindi lahat ng insecurities mo ay current issues. Kadalasan ito ay echoes ng past hurt. Kapag naayos mo ang sarili mo, mas madali mong makokontrol ang possessiveness. Not all insecurities come from the present. Often they're echoes of past hurt. When you heal yourself, it becomes easier to control possessiveness. Number 10, focus on healthy love. Mag-focus sa healthy love. Ang huling hakbang para makontrol ang pagiging possessive ay mag-shift ang focus sa healthy love. Ang tunay na pagmamahal ay hindi tungkol sa pagkontrol o selos. Ito ay tungkol sa tiwala, respeto at freedom. The final step to controlling possessiveness is to shift your focus to healthy love. True love is not about control or jealousy. It's about trust, respect and freedom. Kapag naisip mo na ang relasyon ay dapat mutual respect at mutual trust, hindi ka na ganong maapektuhan ng fear or insecurity. When you think of a relationship as mutual respect and trust, fear and insecurity affect you less. Example, I trust ang partner mo kahit may sariling life siya, the respect ang personal space at boundaries niya, i-choose mo siyang mahalin ng may freedom, hindi dahil sa fear. A reality check? Ang healthy love ay nagpapalakas ng bawat isa, hindi nagpapahina. Kapag natutunan mong mahalin ng secure at confident, mawawala ang sobra at toxic na possessiveness. Healthy love strengthens both partners. It doesn't weaken them. When you learn to love securely and confidently, excessive and toxic possessiveness disappears. Sa kabuuan ng video na ito, tinalakay natin ang 10 hakbang para makontrol ang pagiging possessive sa love. Mula sa pag-alam ng root cause, pagpapalakas ng self-confidence, pagtitiwala, healthy communication, hanggang sa pag-focus sa healthy love, lahat ng steps na ito ay makakatulong para magkaroon ng mas secure, mature, at balanced na relasyon. In this video, we discuss 10 steps to control possessiveness in love. From identifying the root cause, building self-confidence, practicing trust, healthy communication, to focusing on healthy love, these steps help create a more secure, mature, and balanced relationship. Mahalagang tandaan, ang pagiging possessive ay hindi tanda ng tunay na pagmamahal. Madalas ito ay indikasyon ng takot at insecurity. Kapag natutunan mong i-manage ito, mas magiging peaceful at masaya ang relasyon mo. It's important to remember, possessiveness is not a sign of true love. Often it reflects fear and insecurity. When you learn to manage it, your relationship becomes more peaceful and happy.
Key takeaways.
Alamin ang pinanggagalingan ng possessiveness at i-address ito, palakasin ang self-confidence at self-worth, practice trust at respect sa partner mo, mag-set ng healthy boundaries at iwasan ang controlling behavior, focus sa healthy love, hindi sa fear-based control. A reality check? Tunay na love ay trust, respect at freedom. Kapag natutunan mo itong i-practice, mawawala ang sobra at toxic na possessiveness sa relasyon. Kung nagustuhan mo ang video na ito, huwag kalimutang mag-like, mag-share, at mag-subscribe para sa mas marami pang tips tungkol sa love, relationships, and emotional intelligence. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on love, relationships, and emotional intelligence. Hanggang sa susunod na video, manatiling confident, secure, at mature sa love. See you in the next video. Stay confident, secure, and mature in love. For more video, please subscribe to my channel Love Manipulation Lab. Marami pa tayong matutunan na aral at inspiration about sa video na aking ma-upload dito. Huwag kalimutan na mag-like, comment, and share. Maraming salamat sa mga masugid kong manunood at sa mga solid kong subscribers. Thanks for watching.